Good morning and happy blessed Friday. So I woke up thinking about how someone who either lectures or is a leader or the head or someone in leadership or any position of power is seen as um, authoritative in some kind of way, or anyone who people respect. So I thought about contradiction and I wanted to define it. And it says a combination of statements, ideas, or features of a situation that are opposed to one another. And then opposed meaning disagreeing. And then I thought about inconsistent. And so inconsistent being not staying the same throughout. And so it made me think about when someone is constantly telling you things, right? But they're contradictory, or their views or statements are opposing, or they are inconsistent, right? And being inconsistent it just doesn't mesh at some point, right? And so the messenger has to be consistent. They have to not just be someone who is talking about it, but they're actually modeling it. Or else what you'll do is you will be in disagreement or find it hard to hear the truth, even if they are telling the truth. If they're not walking the walk and talking the talk, it's hard to take in. It reminds me of when I was little, and you would, as a kid, I would ask questions like, why, right? And when your parents hit you with because I told you so, or because I said so, and you're sitting there still stuck, right? I don't know how many times I got in trouble. I don't know how many times I was told to shut up because I wanted to know, particularly from my dad. He would be like, shut up, mouth. And I'm just like, but daddy, why? Right? And I think I even told him one day, I said, this is me as a little girl. I was like, you want respect, but you don't give it. And for me being little at that time and to be able to make a statement like that, there was obviously something going on that was contradictory. It was opposing, and it was inconsistent, right? And so the idea of being truthful and being honest and being accountable, but not just being those things, but also being able to be held accountable. And being held accountable is and can be hard. It's not impossible, but it can be hard. It is being able to give truth, but also be able to receive it, right? Because how you perceive yourself, others see something different. Like you are looking from your set of eyes, but there's something powerful about someone from the outs being able to look in. They have a different perspective, a different way of being able to see, even link up spaces that you can't, right? It's like a blind spot. There are certain areas in the car where you can't move over into another lane if it's a blind spot, that you have to take a little bit longer to transition. Because if you move too swiftly, it could be a car, it could be a truck, it could be anything in that blind spot. And once you move over, well, there's an accident, right? And so to prevent certain kinds of accidents from people who are in leadership, the head, in power, in positions of trying to teach, you have to humbly be able to be held accountable, particularly when something is seen that is contradictory or opposing, and simply just inconsistent, right? Like you can't be the one to want to hold folks accountable, but then in return can't be held accountable. I think, again, walking the walk and talking the talk takes a huge amount of humility, respect, ownership, honesty, transparency. So it was just a thought that I had, and it was rolling through my mind this morning. And before I lost the thought, I wanted to share. So thank you for listening. I love you. Happy Blessed Friday.